How I listen to him speak about work.
Yeah.
Para akong tamad, pare.
Did I look angry?
Ang gwapo kasi nito sa personal no? We all know that you're very interested in watches. Sa Laguna. How important is personal life and taking personal breaks from time to time?
And that for me, I'm really looking forward. Like for me, at the end of like these two projects, I really plan to reward myself. Like,
Wow,
plano na ako.
Saan?
I'm working out like it's stuff. Like I mean, I'm planning like everyone knows in the set. I'm planning to buy a car soon, and then I have plans of like like maybe traveling after the show. Like ako naman I work hard, but I do reward myself hard, and I play hard too. So
well, with the amount of work that you're doing each day, I think you deserve it.
And for me, kasi like I don't drink alcohol anymore. So parang like I said, parang like for me, it's not like I reward. Before kasi when I was younger, and there's nothing wrong with this, when you're younger, you have to celebrate everything. Small goals, small everything. But the older you do get, you save that reward for the end talaga when you accomplish your goal. And when you accomplish that goal, like you realize in that path na parang, yes, you're gonna reward yourself with this special thing, but that goal was more special than anything. Understand? Parang to accomplish the mission or like to finish a project with everything intact, everyone's praising you, maybe you even win an award in the end of this thing, opens doors for more projects, opens doors for more movies, more TV shows, more respect, more trust, more people know you. That truly is the reward of being an actor. Like, but I'm not gonna lie. Like, of course, like the car, the watch, everything feels great. Pero the feeling of the satisfaction of accomplishing what you wanted to accomplish, nothing compares to that. Talaga
On
for
a
me.
personal level to, or dapat may
I think
external affirmation from people?
For me, I think it's more understand. Parang to accomplish the mission or like to finish a project with everything intact, everyone's praising you, maybe you even win an award in the end of this thing, opens doors for more projects, opens doors for more movies, more TV shows, more respect, more trust, more people know you. That truly is the reward of being an actor. Like, but I'm not gonna lie. Like, of course, like the car, the watch, everything feels great. Pero the feeling of the satisfaction of accomplishing what you wanted to accomplish, nothing compares to that. Talaga
On
for
a
me.
personal level to, or dapat may
I think
external affirmation from people?
For me, it's more on an artistic, satisfying level. Like it's more of like you had an idea, diba? Like let's say in What Lies Beneath, it all was started with me going there, like you know what I mean, doing something that talaga I didn't think I was ever gonna do, like go camp out here for 10 months, diba?
Grabe.
And and then when diba from that early process and then you get to the set and now you're getting reactions, people love the show, it's number one on Netflix, it's ganyan. It's so rewarding, bro. Like it's so satisfying.
Pero it's iba pa rin eh. Like for me like I've always had this difficulty understanding how people look into showbiz and how people from the showbiz industry really operates. Kasi for us, like for me, example, as a businessman, I know that my goal is to create a system in where all my people could work simultaneously together in a very effective environment, tapos serve our clients, and then that's it. So if I were able to obtain that or successfully do that, then I could actually leave the country for 2 to 3 days, be in Hawaii, and the business starts working. And still works, right? Pero sa'yo pare, what you're doing is more of you are the business. You are the business. So if tulog ka pare, tulog yung business.
Exactly. Like, you really have to take care of yourself. Diba? Parang kailangan mo talaga, like, sabi ko nga, like, for me, it's like, next week, it's a little bit heavy for me because it's like, okay, I don't know about the weather. Kung tuloy taping tomorrow, I don't know. But if ever hindi man tuloy, it's like I have taping Tuesday and then fly to Japan 2 days and then go back for taping right away. And sa akin naman, like,
so that's your personal break na
no, it's
to
work
reset?
then. It's works for Yamaha. So But
Work pa rin.
but we're gonna ride in Japan, so I'm excited about that.
Biruin nyo guys, ako yung nagre-reklamo sa work
Yeah.
Me lahat nga sila nagre-reklamo gano'n ako workaholic. But
I'm such a workaholic, man.
how
Sobra.
I listen to him speak about work,
Yeah.
para akong tamad, pare.
Oh, kasi bro, I feel. I hate to go back to the pandemic, but puts things in perspective. Na ang bilis pwedeng mawala lahat.
Yeah.
You know, sa isang idlap, something like that can happen again. So parang for me, I've always been a passionate guy. Like I've always been like a dedicated guy. But the pandemic really, really made me hungry. That was 3 years of our lives that
Yeah.
we're never gonna get back. And for an actor, that's 3 years of you not being in front of a camera.
Speaking
You've
of
aged, yeah.
the pandemic and where you took a really long break that
Yeah.
wasn't decided by you, basically. It wasn't
Yeah.
your decision. It was you
Yeah.
know, the whole community and the whole economics went down. However, going back, I would like to ask a question. You've been already acting for like 25 years.
Yeah.
Diba? So dun sa 25 years na yun, of course you have your climax. Of course,
Yeah.
you're having your peak of your,
Yeah.
what was the rock bottom?
Oh my God. man.
During
I've had-
what time?
Bro, I've had a lot. Like, you know, like people like forget like a lot of like controversies that we've been through. But I've had a lot of rock bottoms. Like, you know, like the only reason why they allowed me to immerse in Mandaluyong City Jail was only because like it came from an issue na baril ako ng pulis, nagka-chase kami, and you know, there were all sorts of wrong kasi wala akong dalang baril. So if you're not carrying a firearm, hindi ka nila pwedeng barilan, di ba?
Yeah.
So
Nabaril ka?
Yeah, my car got shot 9 times, bro. Like I have the bullets. Yeah. So, you know, but because of that,
Di ko alam yun
yeah.
Kailan ito?
That
bro?
was all over the news. Chief PNP called me a criminal. Like it was a deal. But like I said, ang bilis natin makalimot ng issue di ba? But sabi ko, because of that mistake na nangyari doon, I was able to have access in Mandaluyong City Jail. So for me, parang when I did that, okay, it's one thing you're gonna immerse 10 months, but it's also another thing to confront trauma. You know what I
Yun
mean?
na nga
Yeah.
Kasi-
But as an artist, that's the fuel that you use
Like
So-
you mentioned kanina that you
Yeah.
had like parang this alcohol addiction before.
Yeah.
And you've overcame that.
5 years no alcohol. Yeah.
5 years no alcohol. And of course, kasi when you have an addiction, then you overcome it. That year or that era kind of reminds you, like parang traumatic na.
A little bit, yeah,
di ba?
a little bit.
Now, and you go and parang Batang Quiapo and then you act like you're drinking alcohol.
Yeah.
Does that hit
Trigger?
a nerve
No,
or
not
anything?
at all.
Wala.
No, not at all. I'm in character. So, I mean, that character drinks alcohol. That guy,
So-
that guy drinks alcohol. I mean,
Pero hindi naman talaga alcohol ininom
oh
mo na.
no, hindi pwede.
Sito
like,
yun, no?
Yeah, like it's all, daya naman. You can't be drunk while we're acting. But,
Okay.
But,
Curious lang, di ba?
But for me, I also took a lot of work into, like, it took a lot of work for me to be cool with it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't mind being on the table and everyone's drinking. I'm okay with that. Actually, I want to be part of it because I don't want to miss out. You know what I mean?
Tama.
I want to hang out with people and talk and ganyan. But I also didn't want it to be a centerpiece of my life. Na parang my whole life is just revolving around sobriety. You know what I mean? Like there's more to life than that. So it was the hardest thing I ever had to do. I'll be honest with you, quitting alcohol. But also I didn't want it to be like the only thing I did. You know what I mean? Like there's more to life than that. So the challenge is truly like for me, it's like I lived my life, my 20s, teens, 20s, early 30s, maybe. Yeah, early 30s. I've traveled the world. I've partied everywhere, like literally everywhere. Festivals, everything. I've seen it. Like made friends, seen it that. I've traveled the world in my 20s and 30s and partied, seen it by night. Now, at this age, mid-30s, I'm discovering the world by the day. Because I'm a morning guy now. I wake up at 4:30 in the
How
morning.
important being a morning person?
Very important, bro. Very, very important.
Oh, grabe
Ano
ka
eh.
tumawa.
I have
Parang-
books that I can suggest. Dude, my life changed from like partying, drinking, and that type of life. So being surrounded by so many guys, so many friends, so many girls, like everything. And then it became more of like discovering life by yourself. A life of solitude. Like all of a sudden, parang now, but before I used to be the guy na if I had one problem, I'll call all my friends and then select the best advice I can get and then apply it. But now it's more like when you're at my age now, you have to find those answers for yourself. You're not going to get it from someone. There's no one who's going to come in that door and give you a magical answer of how to fix your problem. So for me, it's more like I turn to books.
Wow.
If I want to learn about something, I'm going to read this whole goddamn book about it. But that's the beauty of it. Parang I found kasi I discovered for me, brother, rather than sit down read books kasi I read scripts every day, yung audiobook, it works for me. Like
Parang may nagsa-storytell sa'yo.
yeah, exactly. Or like I run with it. So it's like my run partner or I work out with it.
How often do you run?
Every day. I work out every day. Yeah.
So, kasama yun dun sa 16 hours o hindi pa?
Hindi, wala pa yun.
Wala pa yun.
Kunyari, call time is 7. I'm up at, if call time is 7 and we're going to Antipolo for this, so it takes an hour and a half. I'll be up at like 4. I'll do my workout till 5 and then I'm on the way to work. But that's also part of my process of getting ready. So, kunyari, what lies beneath, it's a thing for me where I'm going to run a 5K and then row for 15 minutes so that I get with a sauna suit. So when I get to the set, I'm drained. So if you guys seen what lies beneath, I'm extremely thin there. I have a way of, I know my body really well. So I know how to like lose weight and gain weight. Yeah.
Grabe, no? Adjust ka ng adjust.
It's fun though.
It is
And that's a
fun.
lot of work, pero
It's a lot
once you
of
get the
work.
hang of it,
Pero worth it naman ba?
Oh,
Yung
yeah.
lahat ng- well, I'm talking about in the term of business. Okay, so since you
Yeah.
are the business,
Yeah.
and with this whole work that you're doing, 16
Yeah.
hours a day, iba pa yung preparation doon
Yeah.
and all that.
I'll tell you now, like, obviously, like with my new contract, yeah, it's really worth it. Like, there's no, like, at one point in your career, they'll pay you enough na parang a bad role doesn't feel like a bad role anymore. You know what I mean?
Ah.
So you're compensated properly, di ba? But before you get there, ang dami mo munang bigas na kakainin or ang dami mo munang kailangan patunayan
Yeah. Sabi mo
before
nga kanina,
they
di
pay
ba?
you correct.
Sabi mo nga kanina, di ba, kahit nga pangit, it's better to have something than nothing, di ba?
Yeah, but at a certain point, parang when you ask for the rate that you feel that you deserve, right, and they give it to you, then parang everything is like, okay, I can do it. You know what I mean? Parang, parang back then kasi parang if you do something that's and they don't pay you correct, parang like it feels like a soul-eating experience. You know what I mean? You're going to work, you don't like this role, you don't like the people, and then you're not getting paid right. You know what I mean? But once they pay you correct, like what you feel like you deserve, you can be patient. I can get along. Yeah, no problem.
Other question ko naman. Most of the roles that I've seen you doing
Yeah.
recently is mostly parang kontrabida.
Yeah.
Tama? Now, does that affect you? Meron ka bang instances na parang talagang nagagalit sa'yo yung mga tao?
No, brother. Like, I'll tell
Or they
you.
do understand that this is just acting? What's your worst encounter na lang from a fan or someone that recognized you?
Borrow my phone, Kat. I'll show you. Like,
Totoo may nagme-message sa'yo?
no.
Ganon ba?
I'll show you. Like, I've never so for all the bad guy roles I've ever had, I've never had one bad experience. Like,
Really?
yeah, bro. Like, I mean, it's all just.
Ang gwapo kasi nito sa
It's
personal
all-
no?
it's all
Kaya pag
kinda-
nakita ka, imbis na galit sa'yo, pogi
like,
pala.
They say like, do they get mad at you when when you go out to Miguelito? A whole
Yam, yung may gini.
like, do they look angry? Like, brother, like for me,
They're really happy
This
to
is
be
how it
part.
works. This is how it works, and I tell this to a lot of actors who want to go down this road, diba? Of being a great character actor, of being a great kontrabida. Kasi to be a kontrabida, you're sharing the spotlight with the bida, so you're getting equal amounts of exposure. So, but the ones who really get hated on, diba, yung parang sinasabihin nila, minumura sa kalsada or tinatapon
Yeah,
ng ganyan.
that's what I've heard.
If you're bad, like not good in acting, that usually happens. But if you're really good, like
They appreciate.
when you watch any movie, when you watch great acting, kahit gaano ka nakakainis yung pinapanood mo, you can't help but respect because it's difficult what they did. So ultimately, like you may invoke an emotion from your audience, but for me, parang like I say, parang at a certain point in one's career, parang hindi na yung, like what you're after for is respect. Kasi respect ultimately lasts longer than fame. So
Tama.
yeah. So parang, at one point, like your audiences, if you're excellent, if you're really good at what you do, they'll respect you. And that lasts a lot longer. And let this be evidence of that. It's 25 years. I've seen them come and go. More people who were more famous than I was.
Pero
More,
anong feeling bro ng sikat?
huh?
Your entire life basically sikat ka. 'Di ba?
Yeah.
What's the feel like? Is it part of the so-called satisfaction, or do you consider being sikat as a success?
For me, it's different facets like to this career, diba? Like there's for me, I really consider myself kasi as an artist, as an actor. That's what I do. Now, the fame, the notoriety, like I tell you, it comes and it goes. Like there'll be seasons where sobrang init mo, like now, like, and then you just learn to embrace it. Kasi after a while
Hindi na
hindi
ganito.
laging ganun eh.
Yeah.
But if you're, 'di ba, if you believe in yourself, 'di ba, if you work hard, like I said, 'di ba, parang each project, parang you get to obtain it again eh. So parang for me, parang when I'm not in a project, I tend to like let go of it a little bit. I try to be more normal. I try to be more like just myself. Just be an actor, like study, do these things. Not be too much of a celebrity. You know what I mean?
Kasi maraming
But when you're in a project, when you're in a moment like this, you have to also embrace that. Kasi it feels good, man. When they love you and, walking down the street in BGC and, they're doing the Miguelito, doing the dance while I'm walking there. It feels amazing. But you can't also fall in love with it kasi it's not forever. Sadly.
kasi baka lumaki ulo mo.
But, hindi, well, sabi ko, dude, 25 years with everything I've been through, hindi nalalaki ulo ko, brother. this is it, bro.
Oo nga,
This
hindi.
is it.
Ikaw na-experience mo na lahat eh.
like, I've done, like, everything's happened na. Like, that's why nga parang sabi ko, parang, the great point, the greatest thing, like, at least in my journey is you realize na parang, the best part of everything is the journey. Sometimes the journey is even better than the reward in the end. No joke, ah. Like, I've worked with all the greats, like Eddie Garcia.
Yeah.
Like I've worked with like Ronaldo Valdez, and when they were older, and they, at the end of it, like they have everything. They have cars. They have everything. They have mansions. They have cars. They have watches. They have everything. At a certain point, they stop caring about it, and then they just focus on their craft. They
It's
just
really
focus
an
on
art.
being an artist.
It's really an art.
So, kaya sabi ko, like, for me, parang, I really hold on to those things like a gem talaga eh. Kasi I was really lucky to work with my idols. Like, right now in Batang Quiapo, I'm so lucky to work with Albert Martinez. Kasi he really, really tells me what's to come. And, ito yung paparating sa'yo. When you get to this age, when you get to the 30-year mark, this is what you're gonna need to worry about now, Jake. So, parang you understand na parang, ang dali-dali, like, tama sinabi ni Robert De Niro eh, na parang as artists, it's a good thing you asked me about sikat, diba? We're all disposable. You know what I mean? One day you're so huge, but now also it's social media, they can cancel you and it can all be gone. So you have to take care of it. So like I tell like actors now or like people who are aspiring for it, don't forget how special this opportunity truly is. And then if you really treat it with so much value, aalagaan mo sarili mo because your integrity and your reputation is what matters the most. Kung masira yung integrity mo, reputation mo as an artist, basically gone. No matter how good you are. Unfortunately. Again.
What can you say naman about, of course, there's social media
Yeah.
and there's mainstream media.
Yeah.
And you guys are very, you've conquered the mainstream media
Yeah.
before. But we cannot
Social.
deny
Social media.
the popularity of the social media right
I love
now.
it, brother. Like, coming from a person who's just been through a lot of like this whole big like issue that just happened with me, breakup and all that, now in center of controversy and all that. I don't really hate it, brother. Like, sabi ko, one great thing about being a kontrabida, for this moment in time, I don't have to try so hard to be liked. I don't have to try so hard for people to love me. In fact, like my job today is to piss you off. And I love it. And I'll always take it. And
At
I'll
least
do it
hindi
with a
ka
passion.
nag-work hard na try hard to please
Yeah,
people,
man.
no?
Like, what if I told you can be Conor McGregor today? Would you take it?
Hindi,
If I told
hindi
you can
kaya.
be Mayweather today, would you not take it? You don't have
Well,
to like be so nice to everyone and like you can just speak your mind and exercise your ego if you have one. And for me, kasi like for me, that's the kind of like enjoyment I get when I play that kontrabida role. Like it's something that I'm not allowed to do in real life, but I get to do it in the show. I get to be this person. And like, in some way, it's cathartic. It makes you a better person in real life kasi na-exercise mo yung bagay na yun. It's like, di ba lahat tayo may konsensya eh? Di ba? One that tells us to do the bad thing, one that tells us to do the good thing. Most of the time, we follow that good thing because we're good people, right? But for this day in the set, I can exercise all that bad stuff. And then, yung pala pakiramdam nun. It's fulfilling, man. Like, no joke.
Ganun, no?
It's satisfying, bro.
Parang
no
may
joke.
guilt-free pass
I love
kang
it.
gawin yung mga masasamang
That's why
bagay.
everyone's like, are you afraid of what they're gonna say? I'm like, nah. I wouldn't last 25 years if I cared about what they were gonna say.
Tama.
Truly.
Kasi
Like,
marami pare gustong maging artista just because of the fame.
Yeah, man,
They
like-
like the fame. They think it's good. The attention.
I'll give it to the influencers. I've had time to assess this. It's harder to be an influencer. You know why? As an actor, you have so many mentors or you have so many books to read that will teach you foresight of what's to come when you're having a hard time in your career. It teaches you about fame. Na parang you get so famous, they love you. Then you're there, you're hanging out, and then they're, nagtataka sila, ba't ang tagal na niya dyan? So now they're like waiting to tear you down. But as an actor, you get to stage a comeback. Whatever that may be. Whether you want to be a sexy star
project
now,
lang,
an
di ba?
action star now, this big star. Like, you've seen this, di ba? With actors
Tama
na
nga,
nag-comeback. Problema sa influencer, like, it's hard because they're attacking you.
Yeah, and once you're gone, you're gone. Pare.
And like, how do you stage a comeback as your brand na tear down nila? It's harder, man. That's why, like, I understand, like, lalo na ngayon, I won't touch on it, but like, when you hear about issues, diba, with influencers and stuff, you kind of understand because it's still unknown. It's still new, like social media. Diba?
Makes
We're still
sense.
learning to
Makes
live with
sense.
it, diba?
Kasi it's personal branding kasi when it comes to influencer eh.
Yeah.
And whatever you portray from day one, you have to portray. Whatever
Yeah.
character you have from day one, you
Yeah.
can't change characters eh.
It's hard to subscribe to, like, okay, don't care about what people think, but then you're influencing.
Well,
Diba?
I think
it's
kasi-
a little bit, you have to
Oo eh.
balance. Diba?
Hindi, at saka sa acting pare, you are encouraged to act.
Oh, yeah.
Either maging mabait
Oh,
ka
yeah.
ngayon or
Oh,
maging kontrabida ka. But
yeah.
for an influencer,
It's you.
you have to be
Yeah.
you. You have to be authentic.
I'll be honest, like, I have a, like, to me, this is like hard. Like, when you put me in a set, like a set, when we're gonna act now, I feel at home. This to me is the more like weird for me. Like, this is like when I'm in an interview or like ganyan, that's the part of like, I'm not used to showing Jake Cuenca. I'm used to showing my characters more.
Yun na nga eh.
Parang ganun.
Pero, I
But
mean,
dude, like this, like talking to you about like ganito, I enjoy this. Like,
at least you
definitely.
get to be your 100% yourself.
Oh yeah,
diba?
yeah. I
Yun na
enjoy
lang, I
that.
think that's one
Yeah.
thing that, take away from this one.
Yeah.
Anyway, brother, since we already have like, tiny bit of knowing who you are, off stage
Yeah.
or behind the scene, right now, I'd like to know more about your interests. naman.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we all know that you're very interested in watches.
Yeah.
I've done one of the behind the desk.
Thank you for that.
Yes.
Kinilig ako dun, bro. When I saw this, I was like, whoa, we made a video about me and my watches.
Oh, grabe
I was
kasi,
so happy.
kasi actually I've known you before as a of course as an actor. But we had a common friend. I don't know if kilala mo si Uncle Sam.
Oh,
Sa Laguna.
Omega?
Yeah.
No, sa New Valley,
Yes,
bro.
yes.
I went
yes.
to Uncle Sam's house. I bought the Schumacher Omega
Yes.
Reduced. He's the guy to go to pag Omega.
Reduced.
Grabe. Yung
Yeah.
pala yun.
I bought my first ever Omega Reduced from this guy.
Damn,
Kay Uncle Sam.
galing. He's the
from
nicest
Laguna.
guy.
He's the nicest guy.
Yeah, he's the
I went to his
nicest guy.
place and then we talked a lot. I bought from him. And actually, that same Omega watch, like one of the reasons why I entered the watch industry again.
Talaga.
Kasi I was trying to sell it to build more inventory sa business ko before. So I had this online business na e-commerce, all
Okay.
about mga tools and all that. And I ran ads sa Instagram, sa Facebook, and all social media platforms. And then I said, I needed more capital. I didn't have capital much
Pero
before.
galing, Omega is really like
Yeah.
the move. Diba?
Yeah.
Parang it's affordable. If you're a watch guy, it's an entry point. And
And it's very iconic.
And that reduced is like the best first watch din talaga.
So I bought one from
Yeah.
him, and then after a few years,
Which one? Reduced normal?
Reduced sapphire, pare.
Oh, wow.
The sapphire.
I had that.
Yes,
I had
the
that.
sapphire, because most of the reduced are Hesalite
Yeah.
models. Now I had the sapphire, so I was
The
really
glass is
clinging
nice,
to it.
yeah.
Yeah, the glass is nice. And then all of a sudden, I needed the money, so I wanted to sell it. And then when I sold it, nobody bought it outright, but somebody traded for it.
Okay.
So I was like, okay, this watch is better if I traded it on this watch. It was the BB58 at Tudor.
Black Bay.
Yes,
Oh,
the
I
Black
like
Bay
I like
58.
Tudor too.
Yeah.
I like Tudor.
So, tinrade yon, and then I just added cash. I was
Yeah.
willing to take 140 para doon.
Wait,
I
what?
want-
Black Bay 58?
Yes.
Oh, the smaller one
Yes,
now?
the 39
That's so
mm.
nice,
The 39
Ang ganda
mm.
nun. Yeah,
Yes.
I like that.
So, tinrade yun. Nag-add lang ako ng 20K. So, sabi ko, parang na-out ko siya ng 140. So, right now, my cost is 160. Kasi
Yeah.
nag-add ako ng 120. So, I have a 160. Tapos, trade ulit. Sa trade ulit, dun na na-open yung mind ko na, holy shit.
Ang galing,
I'm earning right here. I'm just looking for money, and the money's,
And-
going bigger
And
during these trades.
you got to experience two really amazing watches. Like you got
Yes.
to do a speedy reduced and a Black Bay. That 39 is perfect size too.
Yeah. I
Pero
like
rubber?
Actually,
On a
hindi,
rubber?
Steel
Steel,
siya.
okay.
Steel. So all actually my watches are 40 and below.
Yeah.
Hindi ko na
Yeah.
kaya mag 41.
Ako rin. Actually, my GMT, to be honest, sometimes it does feel big. Pero don't you feel like with two-door, because you like vintage watches too, right?
Yes.
Don't you feel like when you get a two-door, you get to relive the steel era, the steel bezel era of Rolex again? Diba? Parang you get a classic sub.
Kasi sister companies naman yun.
Yeah. Exactly,
right?
exactly.
That's what my first naman. The Submariner is my first ever Rolex.
Your first Rolex. Okay.
Yes, I bought it really personal ko yun as an achievement dahil sa pag e-commerce ko dati.
No date?
Na ang ganda. No, the date one.
With the date.
With the
okay.
date one.
Steel or ceramic?
Steel. Reference 16610.
16610.
Yeah.
I know
You
that
know the
one. I had
reference
that.
number,
I
ah?
had that, 16610.
Adik di sarilo, nakita
Of
mo?
course, brother. I know.
Yeah,
it.
16610.
I had
Exactly.
that din and I love that watch actually.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
let's talk about your watches.
Okay.
I've seen earlier that you brought a couple of watches with
Yeah.
you to the set.
Yep.